All right, it is Friday night. I haven't done this in a while, so I got to get used to this again. Live from Hollywood, my name is Zach. This is West Coast Pop. We've got a lot going on. This is a Friday hangout show. Of course, this used to be called the one and only Rampage live stream. We are going to have some fun tonight. We're going to watch Rampage live, but we're also doing NXT Deadline predictions. Deadline is this weekend. There's a lot to discuss. We are heading into the last big NXT event until the Royal Rumble. Are you ready? Get your predictions in. The show is starting. I want all comments all throughout the stream. And if you're not watching live, comment. If you're not watching live, I'll be looking at this all weekend, especially as I watch Deadline tomorrow night. NXT Rampage is starting up, so we're going to start up right now. Let me hear you in the chats what you got going on. I'm excited. We'll see how Rampage is. All right. International Champion is out right now. This used to be the opener on Dynamite. Let's get into it. I'm excited for Deadline predictions. I'm excited for the pay-per-view. This is the card right now. Let's check it out. So it was changed earlier. Orange Cassidy and Danhausen were going to do something. They didn't know exactly what, but they will appear. We got them on right now. Freshly squeezed coming out. Whose kid is that? I don't know whose kid that is. Hook has a kid? I don't know. Anyways, get in the comments. Let's see what you got going on. Trish Adora facing Abaddon, not just for Halloween, folks. Powerhouse Hobbs and Takeshita are facing Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. I feel like this match just happened on ROH or something. Let me know. I haven't really watched ROH in a while, but we'll talk about ROH and talk about a whole lot of stuff, especially Athena and Billy. And then the Blue League, the Continental Classic, continues tonight with Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia facing off for some points. Explain to me how this thing works. I'm a simpleton. I like big things. The most complicated thing in my life is the Royal Rumble and Old School Survivor Series. Anyways, this is it. Angelico, that's who it is. This is the original thing here. They were just supposed to appear and have something going on. I don't know why this wasn't posted earlier, but it's posted now. Angelico getting some shine from TK. Let's see who's all in the chat right now. Beautiful Hollywood behind. The sun has set. Mr. All Power, welcome to the stream. The fish are flopping. I'm sure Eric is digging it. Let me know how everything sounds out there, everyone, too. The flops are a flopping. Eric would be happy. Trish Adora back on AEW. That is pretty cool. She's really good. Knock pointed her out to us like 2 years ago. So Knock knew all about Trish Adora before anyone else. So hopefully get more shine. The focus is on Don Callis, and then it's not on Don Callis. I don't know. Nate is here. Enjoy my royal baldness, Nate. I'm glad to have you here. Coming for that belt. I have one question tonight for trivia. One question. One women's match. One question. That's right, baby. Hope the glare isn't too bad off my light. Steve Wilkos, I have a very funny story about that. There's a couple when I used to live in Milwaukee who worked for the Jerry Springer show down in Chicago, and they drive up every once in a while from where I used to work in college. And they asked if I would be on the show, as they were going to do a bit about me being Steve Wilkos' illegitimate son. I said no. I was about 20 at the time, and I said no. That wasn't something I was into. But anyways, that's my little funny story. Steve Wilkos, Nate, you got me on that one. All right, we're going to do deadline predictions throughout the night. So get those in as you want, or when we cover each match, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about so much tonight. I really don't have too much trivia except for that one question, which I will bring up. And whoever gets it first will be tonight's champ. Yeah, that's a... I'm kind of glad I didn't do it. Carnage Rage. I'm sorry, but we need to step up the game. AEW. So here's the deal. I'm gonna leave that up real quick, Carnage. I want to reformat the Friday show. I don't want this to be a Rampage theme show. I want to do this Friday show because it's a nice time that I have to do this. I like having Rampage on while we do this. I'd rather have SmackDown on. I'm not gonna lie. I will take SmackDown spoilers, by the way. But yes, AEW does need to step their game up. If you have any suggestions on how or why, I know we all have tons of them. More than one women's match would help. Let us know in the comments too, Mr. All Power, Nate, Carnage Rage, everyone. If you're watching this not live, let us know. But AEW does need to. We went to Full Gear. You might have seen some of the stuff that we posted. Knock and I were there. It was too long. It was too long without too good of storylines going on in AEW. So Nate's winning it. Wait till you see the question. The one question. Anyone could get this. Anyone could get this. I didn't hear about the Scream news. Nate, tell me the Scream news. I absolutely love Scream. CM Punk burned AEW. I love it. They're getting beat down with him. Oh, TK and ROH women are the show. TK and AEW, what's the women's division? I'm going to show you a little something with ROH later on, but that show is going to headline. Speaking of stepping game up, let me start this up here. I'm going to show our intro right now. Thank you all for checking us out. I'm going to hit more of these. I'm going to play our intro and get this show going. And we're going to officially start the Friday night show. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just make sure to find the right one. We're going to kick the show off right. It is Friday night. It is the weekend. It is December. Here we go. All right. We're back on with Angelico and Orange Cassidy. Hope you like the new intro. Yes, Nate, there is Ghostface in there, so I will take all the Scream news. All right, Primetime, get ready. Say it with Primetime. Love it. Love to see you, Primetime. You have competition with Mr. All Power. I'm just saying. Well, let's hope that when Mr. Ospreay comes in, then the ratings will start to pick up, but I doubt it. Oh, we're going to talk about this later on, too. I'm not just going to do news and rumors. I'm just peppered throughout the show tonight. What do you think about TNA raising their prices? Because Okada's coming. They're raising the price of their streaming service by $7 because of one man. And the person that's been so consistent in AEW, Deonna Purrazzo, we'll talk about that too. So we'll see. $7 more? Sam got booted off after some pro-Palestinian comments. Jenna exited because of Wednesday. Oh, I did hear about that. Okay. I did. Here's my thought on that really quick. I think, so apparently Jenna Ortega informed Spyglass that she was going to not be able to meet the production start date that they wanted for the next Scream movie. I don't think they believed in the Sam character. I believe once Wednesday got cooking and everything else, they really wanted Jenna Ortega to take that. So I believe that they used that post that she did or the other post that she posted from other people, because there was a lot, actually. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not like, whatever. I think they used those posts and what's going on in the world to get rid of the Sam character, because I think they wanted it to be a Jenna Ortega-led thing, but even Jenna Ortega, I think, had her other commitments, and it was supposed to be a Sam Carpenter thing. So I think she was supposed to die, and the Sam character was supposed to finish a trilogy. Not the big fan of how the final four are kind of forced down your throat at the very end of that movie, especially when some of them should have died, but hey, that's just me anyways. That's my take on what happened with the Carpenter sisters on the next Scream movie. The intro, I hope you guys like it. I try to do a little something for the show. What if I am? You know, that'd be crazy. I am adopted. Who knows? Let's check the dates. What's the biggest surprise in wrestling this year? Oh, answer Mr. Allpower on this one. The biggest surprise in wrestling. I had one at one point. Oh, I had one. There's just so many surprises. I think the whole year's been a surprise, just with the back and forth, with AEW being up and down, and the WWE being up and down. And I'll say my favorite surprise is Punk at the Survivor Series, just because I thought I had knock on that one. I was sending him messages as the image rolled at the end of Survivor Series, then his music hit. That got me. Oh, we'll talk about that. Stream's kind of dead now, losing two big stars. They're going for a huge reboot. Why are you going to reboot again after two movies? But again, I don't know. What they did to Nev Campbell at the last one at 6, I wasn't a big fan of. So the people in charge of Scream right now aren't my favorite, even though it's making so much money. Which one is good? Which one is bad? Let me know, Carnage. Get ready. Oh, story time, baby. Ready or not, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Just put the Rugrats to bed. No time. Late night snacks, computer games, and Zach in the background. I love it. You can tell I'm in another new place because my Rugrat is going to bed, and you got to let me in on all these things, ready or not, because I'm going to be in a fucking closet by the time my kid is 1 year old with this. But I'm glad to be here. I'm so glad you all are joining us. Thank you so much. I love it. Friday Night Delight. Let me ask what the asshole asks. What you drinking? Hate that guy so much. Nate knows I hate that guy. Down should go to WWE. AEW won't use her. Oh, that's a good one. That I am, Mr. All Power. I watched most of them. I forgot they were on, so then I caught highlights. The flute guy took over again, and I love Kratos's little burn on, what was it, Call of War or Call of Duty? Modern Warfare? I don't know. It was a burn, and I liked it. We'll talk about that too. I'm very upset that Blade is only going to be for Xbox, though. I really want a Blade game. No PlayStation. Punk cut a great promo. Let's get to that right away. You guys, let's talk about CM Punk. Again, there's no real format. I want to restructure the Friday show so it's more of a free for all. When SmackDown goes to USA, I'll probably stream SmackDown instead of Rampage. Let's get to it. All these little news bits, that's what we're going to cover. CM Punk, let me know what the promo was. Let me know what he did. I'm very excited to know that CM Punk finally cut a good promo. Copy paste promo on Raw and then showed us the bangs on SmackDown. Look at this. Tribute to the Troops is must-watch TV. I'm excited about that. Deadline is tomorrow night. I'm excited for that too. Yeah, it's only on Xbox. Knock pointed that out in the chat. The company is an Xbox-owned company, I do believe he said. Orange Cassidy. Black Gallic. Good to see you. How you doing, bud? We're back. 2 videos in 1 week. Let me give you a little forecast here. Next week, hopefully I'll be back for the podcast on Wednesday. I think I'll be able to join the guys. They did a great job without me. Next Friday, I'm not going to be doing Rampage. I will be live streaming a retro game. So let me know. I'll present some of those retro games later on. But I got a new camera, so you'll see this mug Friday during the day. CM Punk cut a great promo. What exactly did he say? Yeah, I had the little one all night, so I had to hang on the chat when I had free time, but she took priority. Give you collision like Black Alec. If that should be a new thing. If you can make me laugh, you get points. Person who makes me laugh the most gets the belt. Maybe that'll be the new thing on Friday nights. Everyone's good. Everyone is good. The guy that plays Kratos got backlash for the Call of Duty. That's it. That was a good burn, though. I don't even play that game, and it was a good burn. Raw's okay. Yeah, this was the first Raw I actually got to watch a full Raw of in months because my work season is done. So the season of the show is done. Can't spoil it. I have to watch it. I need it now. Oh, I got a cool side story. Or my Hot Rod shirt to one of my favorite dessert places. I'm not going to say what it is on this stream. Here in LA, it's my favorite dessert place in all of LA. And the woman checking us out, she was like, "Oh, is that a Roddy Piper shirt?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And she said, "I love it. My dad was his personal assistant until he passed, and he was the nicest guy and always got us great presents and was just a very lovable man." So, a nice little Hot Rod story for you guys tonight. Oh, okay. SmackDown, not Raw, was okay outside of Cody and Randy. LA Knight and Punk. That sounds like a pretty packed show, though. The 2 hours is pretty packed on SmackDown. Punk said he can team with KO, but then said it was a bad idea because they're similar. Huh? They both randomly punch people back. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. I think it's a good idea, bad idea. Impact are getting okay. Let's cover that in a bit since I cannot squeeze all the juice of the CM Punk promo out. I gotta watch, I guess, live as Orange Cassidy wins. Tribute to the troops. Didn't even know. Yeah, tonight was tribute to the troops. The first one that they kind of made a big deal out of. That was really cool. Actually, that was kind of appointment television for me every December whenever they did tribute to the troops. I actually really like that, and you see the interaction and like to see the troops that happy. That was a very special thing. You know, it's not what it used to be. I'll say that. Like Thanos, because Okada, and bad because you don't need to find. Okay. Women's division action coming up next. I'd rather pay for TNA Plus so we can get Eric to watch. That's gonna be a poll question. Vote on this poll question. Knock is gonna have it on our channel very soon about Eric getting TNA Plus now that Okada is coming. According to Knock, they're the top promotion. Primetime, you are awesome. You should share. you, Mr. All Power, should share passwords. You two make me laugh so much. I love it. You're not doing anything with Ring of Honor, TK. Just give it to. Oh, that's the best idea I've ever heard for Ring of Honor. Keep the library. Give Ring of Honor to Freddie Prinze Jr. It doesn't have to air on WB. Ira or Julia. Oh, I haven't seen much from Julia. Yes, I did put a spoiler in the thumbnail. We'll see more of her tonight. I haven't seen much of any because, again, my season of the TV show I work on just ended last week. So it's my first week watching full wrestling. Yep, Freddie would be amazing. It's a good idea, Carnage. Kind of sharing with you both know what I'm talking about. Dirty deeds. Oh, all right. You want your baby back. You polished the belt. I don't have the belt. I forgot it's in the other room. The other room that I cannot go into. She was amazing. She has the best presentation next to Tony Storm. Great presentation live. That was really good live. Also, ACW, NWA, man. I know someone in town who worked on a big Billy Corgan documentary that was supposed to air on the CW in the fall. Hasn't aired yet. He made it 10 parts. Hasn't aired yet. He put a lot of work into it. He's very proud of it. But the Billy Corgan thing that was supposed to air on the CW hasn't aired yet. I'm telling you this. It's very weird. Especially because he's working on something else with NWA on the CW. And I know it's not the shit that's on the CW app. CM Punk, baby. I'm happy with this. I love all this. I love the shadiness. I love CM Punk being back in WWE. Better question. Who's the best women's champion and why is Athena always snubbed? Let's get to that really quick. We'll talk about that. That's a good segue into this question right here. ROH is having their big pay-per-view final battle coming up next Friday, the 15th. It is happening during one of TK's shows because he always double books shit. Who do you think is going to win this match? We saw these two fight Ronda Rousey and the problem, Marina Shafir, at Wrestling Revolver show. If you get a chance to see Wrestling Revolver live, please go. Awesome indie promotion by Sami Callihan. The rumor is that this is Athena's farewell from ROH, and she is headed for a main slot on Collision. So Athena will be finishing up with ROH, possibly finish up her storyline 1 or 2 weeks after ROH, but she's going to Collision and is going to be in the main spot. Also, side note on that, did I put the slide before or after this? Nope. Guess who's promoting Collision, coming to her hometown in Texas? Thunder Rosa, promoting like crazy for it. That same Collision that's going to be coming up after the ROH show. I don't think it's the same week, but maybe it is. I can't remember. But anyways, Thunder Rosa's comeback could be very, very soon. So you're going to have Thunder Rosa back and Athena off of ROH onto AEW television. Are you excited to see Thunder Rosa back going for titles in AEW? And are you excited to... There we go. Are you excited for Athena to be going for titles that aren't ROH? Let us know in the chat. Women's action right now. I believe that's Willow coming out. Let me know what you think about that. Abaddon versus Trish Adora coming out right here. Let me try to find these chats where I missed. All right, Black Alec. She was carrying ROH, and I'm glad she's main eventing because she's the only thing I remember about ROH. All right. There's so many rumors about that, and then vice versa with the other people that she's. I don't know what to believe. Cody and Nick Aldis, nice. So Honor Club pay per view. All right. You subbed to Honor Club. Did you watch the promo with Tony Khan, Ethan Page, and was it Tony Nese? I'm just saying that was the second big match announced now that there's Blackpool Combat Club versus FTR and Mr. Briscoe. I like that match, but those are the 3 matches that you got so far. So ready or not, let's see how much you stick with it. What about Shotzi versus Ronda? Ooh. Shotzi's getting better. I like Shotzi. I like Shotzi in War Games. I thought so too. They worked really well together when we saw them at Wrestle Revolver. I think we got most of that matchup on our site. Yeah, it was basically the exact same match you saw in ROH, just a little bit longer. Where's Ronda going now that she's... I guess she's just going to be a mom. I thought she'd at least do 1 match, but I'm fine with them finishing up a storyline, not just using Ronda, but very odd. LA Rondo casually appear for shows. That's true. Does she live in LA? This is what I'm talking about, prime time. Share passwords. Get out. Get out. Tony Crack Show. Tony Khan. Oh, look at that. Yes. She should be back in wrestling. She's doing a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. Billy will be champion at 19 while headlining a pay-per-view from ROH. It's her birthday today. Good catch, ready or not. That is crazy. At 19. I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this caveat out there. Billy Starks all day. Nick Wayne, get the fuck off my TV. What do you think about that ending with Christian Cage and Adam Copeland? Beetlejuice. Oh man, please don't put it 2 more times. Talking about Thunder, talking about Punk. Oh, okay. I believe someone like CM Punk needs an authority figure. He is like that neighborhood bully who still like listens to the parents when they yell his name, like it's time to come in, it's your curfew. Like he's an asshole, but he listens to authority. That's my take on Punk. The great thing about WWE is they're so hot right now. They have so many people that they can just throw in a main event spot. It's not just like 3 guys like it was in the 2000s when it was Orton, Edge, and some bald piece of crap. They have so many people. Punk acts up once and it's done. That's why I'm fine with everything. We're going to find $50K for hitting Nick Aldis. $50K? Nice. All right, save it for next time. I like it. Yes, the Viper. Trish Adora, 2-minute squash. You get a point for making me laugh. Yes, you do. DK's been pretty quiet on Twitter lately. That's funny. DB handing out fines. I hated it too, Carnage. I hate this. It's his last run. Why are we involving people? I get putting people over, but why are we doing this? I just don't like Nick Wayne on TV. He doesn't work. Billy Starks cut her teeth on ROH with Athena. Good stuff. Nick Wayne, I can't stand him on TV. He's just awful. Let's build this guy up if he's so good. I guess maybe Dark should be back. I don't know. All right, you like the match? Yeah, there's a very Roman thing. I didn't really dig the match either. I thought it was actually very slow. Expected more from it. And there she is, Julia Hart. Sky Blue has the best. You know, I guess you get a point. I guess that's a laugh. I'll get a laugh. And I get that. If she sides with Christian Cage, I'm going to be really like, about AEW. If she's just screw both these guys, then I'm fine, I guess, with the finish. I don't like the finish anyways. I think Adam Copeland and Edge shouldn't be doing this mid-tier stuff. Not the Christian's mid-tier, but the storytelling is. Yeah, that's true. MJF is really hurt. I don't know. He's advertised for Ring of Honor next Friday too, but we haven't heard anything. So I guess maybe they're gonna wait and see until the week of. Nick Wayne's mom. Yeah, it was Nick Wayne's mom, and I get it because Adam gave him the concerto. But again, she should have hit both of them with the chair and then walked out and said, "You both are like messed up" or something. All right, they're building up with Willow and Mercedes for Ring of Honor. He's off the Ring of Honor, no match announced. Okay, there we go. All right, let's talk about something else, huh? Let's get into something else. We're going to talk about deadline predictions. Let me get the banner up so you guys know what we're talking about. There we go. And follow us online if you want. We're not like, I don't give a crap about like followers and shit, but we do communicate with some of you guys. And if you guys want to communicate with us on social media, that's cool. If you're watching Deadline this weekend, I'm going to be watching it late because I'm going to a very special Hollywood event. I'll tell you about in a little second here. So leave comments in here. I will respond as I watch Deadline late in the night. Let's talk about something else before we get into Deadline predictions. This is a pretty big deal for Deadline because we're going into the Royal Rumble, and there are a handful of people that need to get called up. All right, your thoughts on Okada going to Impact? Excuse me, TNA. Sorry, Knock. What are your thoughts on that? Are you digging it? Powerhouse Hobbs and Takeshita with Don Callis coming out now. TK is Vince McMahon at booking. I think he thinks he's Vince McMahon at booking. I'll say this. TK is Vince McMahon during the Thunderdome era of booking. If TK wasn't booking AEW, who should it be? Bryan Danielson. I know he's doing everything, and I think someone completely different should be booking the women's division, though. They have people backstage that can book. Someone completely different should be booking the women's division. I should book AEW. Thank you. I'm almost qualified for a job with AEW with what I do here in Hollywood. So who knows? Maybe next year I'll apply for the job for sure, though. TNA, don't say that. Don't say that to Knock. You called him a mark on Wednesday. Oh, we got to know. What did you mean by calling Eric Franklin? It's like the Turtle Franklin? Is it Grand Theft Auto Franklin? Christopher Daniels coming out right now. Okada coming to TNA. I think that's a big deal. Will Ospreay is going to be at Snake Eyes as well in Vegas. There's a lot going on. They keep advertising months down the road. They have a pay-per-view coming up that is sold out. They have 2 pay-per-views back-to-back nights and a TV taping in New Orleans. They're very busy, TNA, with the rebranding. So they got these 2 big names in there. Ospreay, we know, is going to be doing some other New Japan stuff quick. And then going into AEW around like February or March. Let me know in the chats if you know. But with both of these 2 going in there, Deonna Purrazzo is actually leaving TNA. She wants to dabble in being a free agent as early as I think January or February of 2024. So she will not be re-signing with TNA. Someone had a question in the chats earlier. I will say I do believe if TK really believes in building up his women's division, and if he does have Mercedes in his back pocket, you need Deonna Purrazzo. You need that. You need that other excellent person. You got Kenny Omega. You got Will Ospreay. You got a couple other people. You got Swerve Strickland's just doing so well. You need her in there. All right, we're gonna cover a little bit more here, but I gotta hit these chats here. Okay, Franklin from GTA. Okay, Nate, thank you. Knock is right here. If you got questions for Knock, let him know. They said we wouldn't make it. We're still going strong, baby. No, man. Knock. The Rainmaker has turned to the Impact Zone. The shade, the heel work. Knock, I'm just making up for you and Eric killing it on Wednesday without me. There it is. King of Friday nights. Al Bundy pose. All right, TNA is hot right now. Okada, Trinity, Motor City Machine Guns, Ospreay, Deonna Purrazzo leaving though. Knock, gotta say. ABC Club on fire. I loved their cereal in the 80s. TNA can't pull 2 viewers. Keep it going. Keep the heat going because here's what's next. Let me put this up on the big screen here. Hey, Impact fans. On December 14th, Impact Plus will become TNA Plus, a new and improved streaming experience for wrestling fans. The regular price of Impact Plus subscription will change as follows. Monthly subscribers, $7.99 a month goes to $9.99 a month. This gives you TNA Plus specials, full access to TNA library, exclusive content, and more, including Scott Demoria's OnlyFans. How you doing, guys? All right. Annual subscribers, $71.99 a year and going up to $95.99 a year. So there you go. Are you excited for TNA and what they got going on? Let us know in the chat if you do. But that is it. The big news, Gianna leaving, Okada in there, and Ospreay for a cup of coffee. Who knock? You got to check this poll that Knock's going to put out about Eric watching wrestling for Impact. And we are going to make him do a live stream at some point. All right, Knock, you take care. We'll talk to you in the chat. Oh, Giannis try stardom. I like that. Commercial break for Willy Wonka or Wonka. I gotta say thumbs down. I'm not digging this. TNA, exactly. They're Netflixing people's pockets. All right, real quick. Deanna stays with Impact, says Knock. Let's see about that. Her husband is there and the money is right. She'd be great. I think she's already announced the free agency though, so I don't know, Knock. I think your team's losing her. Nate, I will make sure Eric sees that. I do what I can. All right, we got the tag match going on. We got commercial. We got deadline predictions. Get ready for your deadline predictions. That's how we're closing out the show. Hey, I'm going to start off right now with my one trivia question. Are you ready for my one trivia question? Here's my one trivia question. Oh, Nate, I'm going to show him. And I'm going to show you my one trivia question. Why is this slide on the screen right now? And it just has to do with the number. What is significant about the number 227? Mary. Let me know if you get it right. If you're the first one to get it right, you are tonight's champion. I do not have the belt on me, but if you get it right, what is significant about the number 227? You will be tonight's West Coast Pop champion. If you want the title, that is it. I will come back to this question later on. 227. If something comes up, I'll do another story time. Dynamite is on Wednesdays. All right, let's talk about something else before we hit up the deadline predictions. I'm very excited for deadline. You guys want to talk about the Game Awards? Here we go. Christopher Judge. My speech last year was longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. Christopher Judge roasting them. Big fan of this. If you watched the Game Awards last night, let us know if you thought certain things should have won, should not have won. Nope. 227. 2-2. Easy there, champ. I'm excited for these games. Sega is putting out new Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe. I'm excited what a new generation Golden Axe would be like because I grew up with side scrollers and that was like towards the end. Streets of Rage, Eric and Knock are excited to play that again. And Crazy Taxi. I'm very excited for Crazy Taxi. That was the one console game that made me feel like I was in an arcade again. You're such a good heel, Nate. I love it so much. You got me tweening as an announcer. All right, let us know what you're excited for from the Game Awards. Street Fighter 6 won Fighting Game of the Year. Last of Us won Best Adaptation. If you believe that is right or not, let us know in the comments too. A lot of people thinking Mario Brothers should have gotten it. I'm very excited for this too. This is coming out. I know we talked about before, but Iron Claw is coming out in a matter of weeks. I'm trying to find a special screening here in LA to go to for Iron Claw, and why I will not be watching Deadline live tomorrow is because I'm going to a special screening of Maestro at the Chinese Theater here in LA, just up the street. Afterwards is a Q&A from Bradley Cooper and Steven Spielberg. I'm marking out right now, Steven Spielberg. So I'm going to try to get that on the channel. So be on the lookout for that. Q&A from Maestro. It is a Netflix movie. It'll be out, I think, in a week or so on Netflix. And then check out the Q&A live here on the channel with Bradley Cooper and Steven Spielberg. And if you want more great Q&As from a lot of Oscar movies, check out Front Row Flynn. That's our guy. I'm going to be hanging out with him tomorrow night at the Q&A. He's got a bunch of Q&As from movies like Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Barbie he just put up today. So check it out. That's what I will be doing tomorrow, and that's why I will not be watching Deadline live. But again, comment all night on this stream, or hit us up on social media, and I will comment back. All right, this is the match. Powerhouse Hobbs, Takeshita, Christopher Daniels, and Matt Sydal. Yes, Norman Lear did pass. Nate, it's a legend. What you drinking? I hate him. I hate him. He's so pointless. Everything he does is pointless. You got my blood boiled up, Nate. Rampage, Nate. All right. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about, hit up the chats. Always love talking. It's a Friday hangout show. Again, if you got ideas for how to reformat the show for Fridays, because I can't just... Rampage is fine. Actually, it's getting less than fine. So I just want to create something that's just not just a Rampage watch along. No, you don't. You don't get it. It is very clean, though. I did clean it up recently. So again, if you have been following along, I have one trivia question tonight. And that is, what is significant about the number 227? 227. Why is that number relevant during this stream at this time right now? I can start doing hints in a little bit. Yeah, it ain't exciting, I'll tell you that. Not because of Norman Lear passing, no. 227. Why is that number significant? All right, let's talk about a couple other things here before we get into the Deadline predictions. I'm very excited for Deadline. We might be all caught up on everything that I have. We're all caught up on everything I have. So if you got anything in the chats you want to discuss, I am all ears. All right, that is the next matchup. There we go. Top Flight and Action Andretti. Remember when Action Andretti was a big deal? Is 227 on Tuesdays? That's not it. Why is 227 significant? Why is it significant at this time? Why would I put that on here? Anyways, Zach, West Coast Pop right here. Thank you for hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. Love you. Michael B. Jordan, prepping Creed 4. He's going to direct. All right. Everybody ready for some NXT Deadline predictions? Let's get into them. Maestro's on Amazon Prime. That's what we go. Oh no, what is on Amazon Prime that's coming out? I don't believe Iron Claw is on Amazon Prime. That's going to go to Max whenever it's done in the theater, because A24 now has a deal with HBO Max. Amazon Prime released Mr. and Mrs. Smith trailer. Let me know if you like that. If you like the trailer today. Deadline. All right. Ooh, a trailer For Suicide Squad, it comes out February 2nd. All right. Finally. After like 3 years, that game's coming out. All right, Deadline is tomorrow night. Again, I will not be watching live because I will be at a Q&A for Maestro with Bradley Cooper and Steven Spielberg, which I'll have up on the channel eventually after tomorrow night. But if you are watching, please leave comments in this chat. Live tomorrow as you are watching it, I will reply to every single one of you, no matter how ridiculous the comments are. Comment tomorrow night live while you're watching Deadline. I will comment back when I get back from that Q&A and chime in with my thoughts on Deadline as you have put them in the chats. Let's get into it. The kickoff is Axiom. Axiom, who's I thought called up to the main roster against Nathan Frazier. But this is what's going to kick off. You know it's going to be a hot match. Nathan Frazier with the Flash-inspired gear on there. Axiom, the man with mathematics on his mind. This is going to be, I think, kind of like the biggest match that they're going to try to put on together, because I do believe Axiom's going to the main roster for good after this. They just want some more people up there, and people that can almost, I don't say job out, but can get beat by other people that are on the come up, that can lose to Grayson Waller, that can lose to other heels. Nathan Frazier, I think, is going to be stuck down there for a little bit, but that is it. That's going to be your kickoff. I am going to say Nathan Frazier takes this, and again, you will not see Axiom on NXT anymore, but I could be wrong. So let me know, who do you think is taking this one in the kickoff show, Axiom or Nathan Frazier? Pop the bubbly. Love it. What you drinking? Nate, what is on February 27th on Amazon Prime? Is that Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Let me know who you're going to pick for the kickoff on Deadline. Mr. All Power, thank you. Please wash your hands and enjoy the rest of the show. All right, let's go, Mr. All Power. This is the kickoff. Everyone else out there, let me know who you're picking. Main event time. Brian, I'm going to be your new hall monitor, Danielson, versus Daniel Garcia. Let's get to the next one here on Deadline. This is a culmination of a lot of things for Carmelo. Melo has done almost everything in NXT, from the North American Championship to the championship. Only small things are left to do. What could those small things be? Well, as Eric put it on Wednesday's episode, he sees NXT still as a developmental territory. That same thing goes for WWE head honchos, including Triple H. So what's left for Melo to do to really be formed as someone who's going to be a main event player? Simple. He's going to put two people over in one night, and he's going to work on character work and storytelling at NXT Deadline. Those are the last pieces of the puzzle to main event Melo before he heads up to the main roster. Trick Williams is leagues above where I thought he was going to be at this point in NXT. Big things are coming his way too. But Melo is the one here who's just going to kind of finish things up in NXT, in my opinion. And when he faces Lexis King and helps put him over, he's going to help put Trick Williams over as well here at the very end of the show. Even Trick said Melo will open the show, Trick will close it. These two, their storyline is one of the big things here heading into Deadline, because it is to help mold both men, Melo especially, into a complete WWE main roster package. So they may seem like they're in mid-card and lower tier matches. These are big deal things for Trick, Williams, and Carmelo. So those are my takes on here. I do believe Lexis King will win, possibly by cheating, but I do think Lexis King will get a little bit of a build here, and we will see more storytelling and the eventual big match between Trick and Melo. So let me know your thoughts here on Lexis King versus Carmelo. On February 7th, 2017, Mill Creek Entertainment re-released the first season on DVD, Region 1. What am I missing, Nate? Are you in like multiple chats? I need to know what this is. See who's partnering with TNA to bring us TNA Plus? Who is it? Who is it, Mr. All Power? Ooh, dig it. That is some news. I like that. Tyler Bate. And Axiom needs a win so he can be the new superhero of WWE. You think that interferes with their plans for Dragon Lee, who we'll get into now? All right. Kiana versus Roxy. This is going to be a good showing. I think both of them have momentum and heat in this match. I'm excited for this. I love non-main event women's matches in NXT because it just seems like both competitors are hungry for a spotlight, not the spotlight, but it just reminds me of like, I don't know, like there's a lot of really good mid card stuff in the Attitude Era. I think that's one of some of the best stuff in the Attitude Era. But I do see either one of these two winning. I'm really torn between this one. I don't know who's going to win because I see either one of them being a big deal in NXT. So let me know your thoughts on who's going to win this women's match. If I got to choose, I got to say Roxy takes this one. She needs to be getting that momentum back before she goes to the main roster. Because again, everyone keep in mind, the Royal Rumble is coming up. "227 is not the Jeffersons. Why 227? That is tonight's trivia question. If you missed it, get your NXT Deadline predictions in. Tonight's trivia question: what is significant about the number 227? What is significant about the number 227? Why is Marla Gibbs and Jack Hay on the screen right now? What is significant about the number 227? If you get it right, you are tonight's champion. Here's a hint. You can put a decimal in there. All right, let's get back into NXT Deadline. That's my Vince McMahon Cartman. NXT Deadline. Man versus Cheesy Puffs. Next matchup. I got to touch on this. This is kind of serious. Wesley has man, if you watch last week's match, he was all over the place, but he was wincing. Come to find out, he needs back surgery. He's in pain. I do believe what he has is a form of like what I have in my back. So I'm just like really, really hurt watching this. And I'm going to be watching his recovery very closely because this guy might be out just like Wesley. So my thoughts are with him. I love Wesley. He's in line for big push. I know Shawn Michaels loved Wesley. So that's my 2 cents on Wesley. Hope he gets well soon. But now Dirty Dom has a new competitor. It is Dragon Lee, who we thought was called up on SmackDown. We think Dirty Dom is a Raw guy. So who knows? Main roster stuff here at NXT Deadline. Dom needs to kind of lose the title. The ratings haven't been skyrocketing that much anymore, and it kind of needs a refresh. And we still need to see some more I guess some more strife in Judgment Day. But again, Dragon Lee was just called up to SmackDown officially, so why put an NXT title on him when you can have someone else get that rub? But Rey Mysterio will be there. This could set up for a WrestleMania match in some capacity, a 2-on-2 or something going into WrestleMania. So I do believe, I believe Dirty Dom's going to keep this. So let me know who you think is going to win, Dirty Dom or Dragon Lee. What if Trick comes out and tries to hit Lexus, but hits Mello instead and costs him the match? I can see that, but I think they're going to save Trick's entrance for later on because he's a big deal. AFFC TV honors. I don't know. Did Marla Gibbs pass? Let me see. Marla Gibbs. "92 years old. She's still with us. Love Marla Gibb. Roxanne is so good. I think she wins because she might turn heel. There we go. I'll take a heel Roxy. There's so many women that could be champion. They need a new belt. They do. That's a good point. They need a secondary belt. I will agree with that. And your favorite right now is Kalani Jordan. Well, let's get into it. Kalani Jordan. I feel like she's the one to take this match, but at the same time, everyone else is kind of getting push too. I do believe Tiffy time is over in NXT because they want her on the main roster. And also the Lash Legends segment on NXT with her slamming Otis. That was the most watched thing from NXT this week. I think that could be a bump for her, and they do need to give her something. And the metaphor have been kind of hot in my opinion. I love what they're doing on NXT, but man, Kalani Jordan could take this one. I want to. I'm gonna say Kalani Jordan takes this one. I think they're gonna keep building on her. That's the question. If you got any other trivia for Nate, give Nate a trivia question out there. Let me know who you got for this match right here. As my headphones for Rampage start to go, which is fine. I don't need to listen to Rampage. Let me know who you got for this match, though. I do believe Nikita Lyons will interfere in this and start her feud. I think the swerve here would be having Lash Legend take it and building the metaphor up, because you got two other people in the metaphor that you need to build, as well as build on Lash Legend. So that could be the other one. So let me know who you have in this women's match here. Iron Survivor matches. Also, did you catch the QR code? There it is. There's a short on our channel if you want to check it out. Check it out. There's a short that has what that goes to. It's Cora Jade saying, "See you at Deadline." Next match, men's Iron Survivors match here. I don't think Trick is going to win this one. I do believe this is where the mellow stuff comes into play at some point. I don't know who's going to win this. Braun Breaker is a fifth-year senior. He does not need the rub anymore. He's one that needs to be called up ASAP. Hopefully the Rumble calls for him. Dijak, I can't get with him. Why does he look like a cover of like a Data East Nintendo game? I'm not buying Dijak. And I don't know about I don't know, the guy on the right. I forgot his name. Brooks Jensen? Dunn? I can't remember his name. But anyways, he's getting a singles push. And Tyler Bate up there, he could get called up. This is a tough one. I do believe it's Tyler Bate or it's Country Strong here. And maybe we could have two country winners in the Iron Survivor matches, and that could build something. And maybe a heel turn for the other country guy who's not on the card at all. So a lot could happen with this. Let me know your thoughts on who you think is going to win. Dijak. Hi, I'm the villain for a Data East game or a foil in a Rutger Hauer movie. Dijak. Jack Hay is not having a baby, I don't think. Dragon Lee should win, but what is Santos Escobar betrays him to? It's a lot of stuff with the main roster. Rey Mysterio is going to be there. All right. You want another question? Here's the trivia question before we get into the main event of NXT Deadline. The trivia question. What is the significance of the number 227? What is the significance of 227? Here's another hint. It has to do with West Coast Pop. So that's two hints. It has to do with West Coast Pop, and you can put a decimal in there. Is a reboot of 227 happening? That could be. I don't know if they'll have the same flavor in there, but I take it. All right. Oh, we just covered this one. Let's get into the main event. Baron Corbin versus Dragunov. This is going to be a slugfest. I do believe Corbin wants some more wrestling cred than he's had as Happy Time Corbin and all that crap. So expect this to be a really good match. I don't even think this is going to be the main event, to be honest with you. This, what they said, Trick is going to close the show. So this could not be the main event. It could be a women's match that's the main event. But expect Corbin and Dragunov to be as good as these two want to make it. And Mr. All-Purse is Kalani Jordan. This is her moment. There he is. Nate has it. That is the answer just in time with 5 minutes remaining. Jack Hay and Marla Gibb are on the screen because we are up to just over 2,270 some subs. So thank you all for the subs. Appreciate this shit. Love doing this shit with you guys. Love doing the show with Eric and Knox. Hopefully I'll be back with them this Wednesday. I love this shit. So I want to rebrand this Friday night show as not just a Rampage show, and we just have more fun. This is a loose version of what I want to do, but a little more formatted. So if you got ideas, hit up in the comments. Nate is your champion on December 8th, 2023. All right. So that is it. Nate got it. Nice job. Let us know who you think is going to win at Deadline as Bryan Danielson hands out fines on Twitter. NXT Women's Division or Impact Women's Division? NXT. I think if Impact was the definitive place, Deonna Purrazzo wouldn't be leaving. It's yours, Nate. I wish I had it with me. It's on a mantle. When I see it later tonight, I'm gonna think Nate. I think Trick Williams loses because of Carmelo Hayes, and then Braun Breaker picks up the win. Man, Braun is just boring. Nate, pleasure as always. T-Bar should go after the North American Championship. T-Bar should go after Jean-Claude Van Damme in a movie. Still don't know that guy on the right, and his name is why he's the only one smiling. Are you talking about Dragunov up top? Oh, the country guy, I guess. Whoop that trick. Love Booker T on commentary. All right. We're on the main event here. I already know the spoiler if you don't. But this is it. The Continental Classic. Swerve is up there with 9 points. I think Mox has 9 points. Let me know if you're digging this tournament. I'm not a big fan of these kind of tournaments. But that is it. Again, thank you for the love. Thank you for the chats as we have 3 minutes left in Rampage. Dragunov will win. It'll be Baron Corbin's best match. I agree. That is a fact right there, Mr. All Power. All right. Friday Night Montreal. Collision was taped in Montreal this week. Not that great of attendance record. The numbers for ROH's Final Battle pay-per-view, they just crossed 1,000 tickets sold. So it's next Friday. They have 3 matches set. Just 1,000 tickets. So you're going to see a lot of shifting to people. Something needs to happen with Ring of Honor. I'm not a fan of Ring of Honor owned by Tony Khan. It's just not working with me. Athena is the only thing that's really worked with Ring of Honor for me. But let me know what you think. If you're liking it, some of y'all subscribe to Honor Club. I can't do it. I can't do it, especially when you got stuff like the Ethan Page and Tony Nese thing that happened, the contract signing. It was just weak. It was just weak. I'm excited to watch the CM Punk promo on SmackDown. When does this tournament end? I know it culminates at World's End. I know it culminates then, but like, when does the tournament end? Thank you, Mr. All Power. Thank you for the NXT Deadline predictions. As we close the night here in beautiful Hollywood, California. Can you see where that is? Let's see how good your search engines are. So we got some detectives in the chat. All right. Daniel Garcia. Did you see the people who almost attacked Samoa Joe this week? Who do you think they are? Last week we posted something that one of the guys looked like Cesaro. Some people think it's the Blackpool Combat Club. Some people think it's the Elite. Some people just think it's the Kingdom with Adam Cole. The one guy looks like Wardlow, and then afterwards, 2 weeks ago, Wardlow came off with a mask off. The time limit. Remember when AEW used to do time limit all the time? 5 minutes remaining. Did they run over on Rampage? Because we're about to run over. I have 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time here. Let me know what you have. I've never seen them run over for Rampage. Not even when CM Punk was on 2 years ago. That's it. All right. Bryan Danielson won. He faces, I think, Andrade tomorrow on Collision. As this tournament continues, that match was taped. I already know the spoilers for that one. But Andrade, his contract is up. Think he's going back to his wife in WWE. I think he likes not working in the same place as his wife. Who knows? But the Pirate wins. I do believe this whole tournament is going to set up Bryan Danielson against Swerve Strickland, which then means both of Eddie Kingston's belts will go to one of those two. And then everything Eddie Kingston kind of worked for in AEW just kind of gets thrown aside because I don't think Tony Khan's going to make him their world champion. Nate the Champ with the smack talk. Suck it, nerds. There we go. Brody King and Bryan Danielson with 6 points. And if you don't want a spoiler, earmuffs, I do believe he gets up to 9 points tomorrow. He's not dancing now. Ethan Page versus Kenny Omega tomorrow. I do like Collision better than Dynamite, I gotta say. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. And what's your favorite match of the week so far? A lot of good stuff. I really, really liked Lash Legend picking up Otis. But that is it. Again, Nate is the champ. We have 2.27K subs. That was the point of the 227 tonight. We talked about a lot. We had some good stuff tonight, huh? We had some fun, huh? We hung out. We weren't alone. We were together tonight. It was great. But let me know if you got anything going on in the chat. Let me know what you're doing for Deadline. Again, I will not be here for Deadline. And I will have the Maestro Q&A with Bradley Cooper and Steven Spielberg up on our channel, hopefully at some point this weekend, if not by Monday at the latest. So if you've seen Maestro or if you plan on it, I'm sure it's going to have spoilers, so just a little warning on that. I think that's about it. I know Knock and I plan on going to some Prestige Wrestling here in LA, so expect some footage of that early 2024. And of course, in January, we have our Royal Rumble game. You gotta play that game with us. It is the best game ever. It's so fun. The Royal Rumble live stream is coming back this January with all three of us. Otherwise, check out the show Wednesdays. Eric, Knock, myself, we talk about wrestling. We talk about pop culture. It is a wider, bigger show now, and it's better with all of your help. So hit us up in the chat, hit us up in the comments, and hit us up on social media. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that fun YouTube stuff. Other than that, folks, my name is Zach, Nature Champ. Love y'all. Have a great weekend and be excellent to each other. Take care, everyone.